Righto, exciting day, guys. I'm a bit stressing, like the guy bringing the Valiant up. I'll show you in a second. I'm a bit beside myself, and yeah. But anyway, I've bought another Mark II Daimler like this one because I want another one of these hemi style V8 aluminium heads from the 60s. But anyway, new intro. What do you reckon? Let's go. Righto. So I was down at Andrew's yesterday and his mate was building a Fiat thing. He bought a Subaru motor. So I'm just going to check to see if it's the same sort.
That's the same.
It is the same?
Yep.
Righto. He
everything off this will bolt onto the other one, no worries.
Yeah, I think it comes with all the accessories.
Yeah.
So he wanted to sell the motor, but he also wanted to swap it. So we're just going to have a look at this Rover over here, or this Range Rover, sorry, for the Rover V8 in it, so I could take some photos and show him. I told him I was going to get it running before I swapped him, but in talking to Leith, there's a few too many bits and pieces missing off it to get it running. So I'll give him the option still, but either way we'll buy the motor. Oh yeah, I'll just address this. So me getting up the people with stupid comments and all that sort of stuff, there's been a lot of comments of people saying to me, oh, don't worry about it. I'm not actually worried about it. I don't actually care. But what it is at the moment is with YouTube, obviously I work, so my income doesn't come from YouTube. So a lot of YouTubers keep their mouth shut and don't say anything and call people out on their rubbish, okay, because it'll affect their sponsors. I haven't accepted any sponsorships at this stage, so yeah, I can mouth off, I suppose. But I'm a bit bored with it myself. For me, it's just calling them out so they can think about it and hopefully change their behaviour to make the world a better place. Some people are just unhelpable, but that'll be the last you hear of me about the comments. I've tried, I've done my bit. I wish a lot of other YouTubers would call people out on it as well, but you know, they've got a living to make from YouTube. I don't. So yeah, anyway, all right, let's have a look at this. All right, so it's a 3.9, mate. You'll watch this video, I expect. Everything seems to be here. We're missing a dizzy cap, and I think Leith said it was missing a
idle speed motor at the back there.
Idle speed motor's
quite
missing.
a few vacuum lines and stuff off it. I noticed there was one spark plug out of it somewhere.
Yeah.
And there was something else missing that was going to stop it from going.
Righto. So that's what she is, buddy. We'll get. I'll talk to you in the next day or so. And yeah. Anyway, so that's that one. What else did I have to achieve this morning? Righto, in saying that I wasn't going to reply to comments anymore, this isn't a rant, this is a learning one. There was a guy in the video, I don't know if you guys have seen it, the gauges. I've just fitted those new gauges to this thing. Okay, they look sweet, they're just cheap, but they work. Okay, his comment was, are you going to put a different ECU system in to get it to run better? Okay, now, the Jag is not really a Jag anymore. It's got a mild to warm 350 Chev, running a big cam, running an ignition system, running ported aluminium heads, roller rockers, big manifold, big carby. The distributor that's in it was on the blown Jag, so we've taken, it's got no advance at the moment, so, but that's only going to affect that's not going to affect our idle. This is always going to have a choppy idle. This is the same as if you'd see an SS Ute at the servo with a cam and stuff in it, it's going to be choppy. It's not a Jag really anymore. It's got a cammed carby 350 Chev. This thing will always remain carby, but the builds that are starting to come up now, we're going to start running some of that Holly Sniper EFI and stuff like that. But even if I put Holly Sniper EFI on this thing, it would still have a choppy idle. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. It's not a rant and it's not having a go at someone, it's a learning thing. But yeah, righto, I'm going to address the Valiant's on its way, and have a look at this here. See there? See where he strapped it over the body? Now this thing's rusty. I'm not going to burn the guy, but this is more for you guys to be able to see what you need to look for if you're going to get someone to transport a car. And make sure you get a photo and have a look. Like, the floor's rusty in this thing, so if it's strapped there, right, the suspension for one is going to bounce, and in the end, it would end up, the strap will move back. I've been at this a long time, guys. The strap will move back, it will bounce, it will go tight and loose, and it will pull the boot in, you know what I mean, because it's catching on the strap. I told him, there's only one wheel nut. Like, I would have gone, if I was coming from Melbourne back up to Queensland, I'd go and buy a couple of wheel nuts so I could strap the thing on properly. Or you can strap it, I was just talking to Leith then, you can strap it from front corner under the car across, other front corner, cross it up, and then around the leaf spring on the back there to the front, and 4 straps. That way you've got hold down, you've got forwards, you've got backwards, and you've got side to side. Or you can strap it over the diff and back, and then on the other side over the diff and forward, so it can't move forward and back, but it's holding down. There are so many ways. But when he mouthed off, going, oh, I'm sure you understand. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to ring him and message him, and that wouldn't answer the phone. Like, I was losing my shit over this, bad. Like, not only that, the car is rusty, so the floors are fairly rusty. So if you're putting weight on the back here, and you've got the front strap down, and it's bouncing, it runs the risk of kinking the roof. And he's like, oh, but this thing's fucked, it's rusty. No, it's repairable, it's a hard top, it's hard to get, it's rare, don't wreck my car. Like, I'm stressing. But anyway, costing me $1,200 to get it from Melbourne to Brisbane, which isn't too bad, because it's very hard to get a non-roller and no motor, all that sort of stuff done. But anyway, I don't do that interstate stuff. I'm busy here doing what I do. But anyway, I'll relax now, and let's go and pick up this Jag, Daimler. It's muddy. It was almost underwater, like there was probably a foot of water when I went there the other day, heaps of mosquitoes, and yeah. So I hope you understand about the cam and the choppy idle and stuff like that, that you'll never get this to run smooth like a Jag, but that's not what I wanted. Who
wants something to run smooth anyway? Everyone wants a choppy, lumpy idle, you know, like that's just the way it is. Like,
that's it. That is it. What are you doing in the engine shop at the moment? Might give me a quick update. What do you reckon?
What am I doing?
There was a 292, so it looks like a Holden 6-cylinder. Whoop, focus. There was a 292, looks like a Holden 6-cylinder, but larger, like a Chevy one that went out this week. It was a full build, which was, I'm spewing because I'd love one of them for HR. So he's got a, is this a Holden V8?
Holden 308,
yep.
Yeah.
So he's boring that one. So the brand new pistons there. We won't go into too much depth, obviously the lights and that aren't on. And over here, he's using the Myra you're doing angled seats in this?
Yeah, well, 3-angle valve seats, just a bigger valves, VN heads.
Okay, so they're VN heads. He's actually machined under...
No, that was another set of heads.
Oh, that was another set of heads.
Yeah, I had another set of VN heads yesterday that I machined for screw-in studs and stuff like that. I know I should be filming and taking photos, but at the moment I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you do here, I know it's a bit hard to see, lights. But yeah. Can you see it?
Oh, sort of, yep.
Anyway, you set that thing up there so where you actually want your seat to sit on the valve itself, and then you put that on there. You slide your cutter out to where you want your seat. That's the pilot for the...
Goes in the hole where your valve goes through.
And then you chuck that in there and you turn that and it starts cutting your seat. Yeah. Yeah, because this had fitting bigger Korea stainless valves in there.
We've been doing some work. I don't know if you guys have seen Onsong Performance, which are down in Blackbutt. They've got a YouTube channel. I think it's called Boost Grumps or something like that. But yeah, we've done some barrow work for them. There's those VN heads for roller rockers. Yeah, been doing a bit of machine work for them. Nice guys, and yeah, I think you'd enjoy their channel. They've got a dyno and stuff down there, so yeah. But anyway, righto. I think it's Jag now. Righto, okay, so shed's down here. When I was here the other day, this was all just water. So we're gonna walk it now and we're gonna have a look at this Daimler Jag in the shed. We'll have a look how soggy this ground is, and we don't want to rip up his lawn. Let's have a look. Righto, I'll make you hang out a little bit longer. We're golden, so I'll bring the truck in, turn it around, and it's in that shed there. So exciting stuff, more crap I don't need. Righto guys, so 64 Daimler. So Jaguar and Daimler, pretty much the same car, except Daimler, worse luck, has the big dopey sort of grille, and it's like the Calais of Jags. But anyway, we've been through that before with the other cars. The reason, and the way you can tell that it is a Daimler, is the Daimler's come out with these 2.5 litre V8s. This is an early one because it ran a generator, not an alternator. He's had the motor out and apart to get it turning over. It's got weak spark now, so it won't start. It looks not bad from the outside, as you can see, but once you get in under here, you can see it is very rusty in behind the bars. But the little bits and pieces, yeah, we need things like these little chrome pieces that I think are missing off mine. The windscreen in this thing's good, the mirror, but the thing most of all that excited me was, see the red door trims, and these door handles on all of them are actually in really good shape. The sheets are pretty bad, but it had a good set of red seat belts also. See, look how good these are. It's the little things that you save on that make these jobs. See, these are the seat belts here, those red seat belts. One thing with doing these cars, chasing seat belts is a pain in the ass, because see how that's sitting on the ground down there, they get moisture, and they all go rusty and stuff. But yeah, but this thing is very, very rusty, even with the boot lid. Like, that's the other thing with the Daimlers too. You see how it's rippled like that, whereas the Jag is slightly smaller and just, I think, a little bit more simple and nice. But then you open the boot lid up and she's rusted out through here. A lot of parts in here. That's the centre bit, and it's got the original stereo, fan shroud, air cleaners, little bits and pieces. When we do the Jag I've got, or the Daimler I've got, I'm going to delete these big rear bars. E-types have, the rear of an E-type comes and it's sort of rounded, and you miss out on that big fat bar. So I'm going to try and do something similar, which is delete that big dopey bar, mould the rear. I don't know, I've got a plan, but I don't know how it's going to work out, but we'll see how we go. But at least we've got a second car now to play with. One of the spats we've got in our green one is a little bit bent, so we've got another couple of those. It's a real shame that it is so rusty, but you know, little things like windscreen wipers, little things like you don't think about the sprayers for your windscreen until you're putting the car back together, and then you go, oh shit, and then you jump on eBay and you've got to pay crazy money. But I'm very happy. Look at that, I'm very fortunate with mine where the timber works quite good, whereas that there's all been eaten away. It's an automatic as well. You know, she's not too bad. So righto, we'll do what we do. We'll get this on this truck. We'll get out of the man's hair, but yeah, it's good. Righto, so we've got it all hooked up. We'll get this on the trailer. It doesn't run obviously, but we will get there. We'll play with it over this week. For now, we'll get it loaded up, and it's always good once we get them on the truck. You can see how much more rust there is underneath them. But, yeah. I wish they were all this easy. I was scared coming back because this was underwater when we were here the other day. You couldn't walk through, and it's actually dried out really well. My other one's got two side pipes, that one hangs out this side and one hangs out the other. She would have been a menace back in her day. So this Jag, V8 Jag, cutting around. Righto, so she's on, guys. You can see now she's up in the air a little bit how rusty it is, but it's perfect for what we need. It's gonna make life so much better. Yeah, I'm hoping he's actually gone through on the brakes on this one and played with the master and stuff and unseized them. So I'm hoping we can maybe bleed up at least the front brakes or even the rears. The tail shaft wasn't in there, but we'll put that in. I might be able to actually drive this in and get it running. But we've sent away for Andrew's Turbo Gemini motor to, I think it's called Thai Cams down in Brisbane, doing a cam grind. So I'm hoping I can actually get a custom cam grind done for these 2.5 V8s. But anyway, that's soon. All right, let's get this tied on. Let's get moving. All right, I'm pretty happy with myself, guys. I really am. Like, this thing's terrible, but it's going to give us a lot of bits we need, eh? It's These door trims are really, for me, where it's at. Door doors are all locked, aren't they? Oh, that one there. But yeah, like it's the dash is pretty bad. But these being in such good shape, like even like that'll clean up. Yeah, because my plan is, the plan is for the other car is to go period race car style, but in a blue with the red interior. It will be just sweet, maybe, yeah, and definitely probably shorten diff and stuff like that. I've took the wheel spats off to be able to load this up, tie it on at least anyway. But yeah, she's a rusty old girl. I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to start, I do have to start looking at YouTube in a different way, guys, to where the sponsorship thing, just to be able to get out of the truck and start doing restoration work. So I'm going to, yeah, Instagram. So by the end of this video, I'll have a proper Instagram account, and that way I'll be able to photo all these cars that come through. There's a lot of stuff that you guys don't see, and go from there. Another one wrapped. Righto, let's get this back to the workshop and see if she runs.